Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. In the last class, we had a discussion or introduction class of organization or organizing. I told you two types of organizations are there. One is formal organization, informal organization. Today we'll focus only on formal organization. What is formal organization? Formal organization means systematic way as per the organization, as per the authority, and as per the rules and regulations, as the authorities flows from top to down. That is very well documented, and also presented in a written form. That is formal organization. Everything is going formal organization. This is mainly based on the rules and regulations which already decided by the organization. Am I clear? So this is formal organization. Formal organization is going to give a clear cut picture to the entire organization, all the employees of the organization, who are the authority, how the things are going on, who is responsible, on what basis organization is going on, how is the division of work, and who has to do particular work, and who is responsible for that work, and departmental wise entire organization A to Z, all the details are very clearly mentioned through the formal organization. Formal. Okay. Now how do you say what is this formal organization? Means in one sentence we can understand, it is an official framework. It is an official framework and structure of relationship. Officially this is frame, and structure of relationship, this is created of structure of relationship created by the management. For what? For achieving organizational goals. Officially they have created this to achieve the organizational goals. This is, we call it as a formal organization. We'll see first features of formal organization. If you understand the features or characteristics of formal organization, advantages, disadvantages, very easy. You can frame out, you can draw from the features only. Now features we can say total 6 are there. First one is officially created structure. This formal organization is officially created. After observing everything, after understanding the organization policy, after understanding the organization objectives, the work is divided to all the employees in a official way. Official documentation is also there. So that is why we say it as a officially created structure, officially created documentary structure also we can say. Very important point of the feature. Second one, based on the rules and procedures. How is this organization, formal organization is created? This is based on the rules and procedures. Every organization is having certain rules and regulations, procedures. So that you have to understand. Once if you understand that, according to that, this formal organization has formed. On what basis? Means based on the rules and regulations. But it is not common for all the organizations, rules and regulations. Every organization is having their own policies, own rules and regulations, own structure. So that you have to remember. So based on this, and balance between authority and responsibility. The same point we discussed in the last class also. This is the mainly important on the balance between the authority and responsibility. Who has given the authority? Who is working under this organization? And do they have the responsibility? Both has to be balanced. Authority is given, but responsibility is not given. What is the use of authority? Isn't it? So that is, you have to balance it, make them responsible. If you are giving authority, make them responsible, then only you will get good result for the delegation of that authority. Without that, there's no use. So you have to balance authority and responsibility. And also based on the division of work. Formal organization is always based on the division of work. Work is divided properly. Then according to that, organization is formed and organization is going to run through a documentation. Division of work, how do you do that? Based on the nature of the organization, based on the organization objectives, based on the requirement, based on the qualification, based on the experience of the employees, how many employees, to whom you have to give the work, and all these things you will be deciding well in advance. Then after that, division of work is possible. While dividing the work, you need to be very careful that how the things are going to work out, and if any kind of changes are there, you should be ready to make that kind of alternatives. Never do anything like rigid rules and regulations. That's not going to work out. But division of work is important. You divide it, but be careful, so that potential results you should expect it. And also, next point, organization chart. Always in any formal organizations, you'll find organization chart. What is this organization chart means? This explain the entire organization in a proper way. CEO or board of directors are so and so, under them so and so, managing director is there, under managing director so and so, like, and there are many departments, which department is having employees and how many employees are there, every department heads, like everything formally one chart is prepared. Getting it? So that is organization chart. This chart is not going to explain the department wise, department and also inter-department wise also, all the relations, all the responsibility, all the authority, how it is decided, and everything is very clearly explaining this chart. If you see the chart, it should give you a clarity about the organization. Yes, this is the organization, okay, this is going on like this. If suppose a company auditor comes to the organization for auditing work, if he sees the chart, then he'll get sorry he'll get an understanding. So uh, sometimes, through flow murmuring it happens, sorry for that. So that in that way, chart, if you prepare it, half of the problem is solved. Very clear understanding you'll find. That will explain about the organization entire structure. Next one, provide specialization. This formal organization provides specialization. Why we are saying provide specialization? In formal organization, always whenever you appoint any employee, whenever you divide the work, you'll see the expertised person also. You'll see the specialization of that particular person. He is expertise in so and so field, so we'll keep him in that department only. In that way, we'll be focusing on the specialization, very important point in the formal organization. Okay, so these are the main features of the formal organization. If you understand this well, we can go for advantages or disadvantages. Advantages: specialization, just now we spoke. In formal organization, we are appointing always experts and specialized person. When you are appointing specialized person, then there's no headache at all, no problems at all. If problem comes also, he's already specialized, he can shoot the problems. Isn't it? He has that knowledge and skill. In that way, this is advantage. Next, no overlapping of work. Here authority and responsibility both are given. Where? Here. So this point we are relating to the second point, no overlapping of work. One person is given one work. A is the person. He has assigned some work. Work along with that responsibility. He is responsible for that work. If at all, if he is not going to work, if he is not going to show the result, then you are going to catch him only, because work and responsibility both are given to him. Both are given to him. In such case, he cannot deny the work. He cannot escape from the work. He cannot ignore the work and he is doing some other work. That's what we call it as the overlapping of the work. That is not going to happen, because we are giving work and responsibility. He can't deny, he can't escape, he can't overlap, right? So this is overlapping of work. Next one, better coordination. Here proper division is there, proper understanding, proper coordination is there, then automatically you'll find a good coordination between the employees, all the authority people, higher authority, lower authority, levels of management also. You can see higher level, middle level, lower level, all the employees, they are having a good coordination, isn't it? In the same way, next, proper evaluation of work. When we have assigned the work properly, division of work is there, chart we have prepared and everything is there, then automatically you will find this advantage, proper evaluation of work. Work is completed, to whom you have assigned the work, they'll be completing their work, no lagging of the work, right? So in that way, this is one of the advantage. Next, obtaining objectives. Here, basedly on the objectives, we are going for formal organization. As per the objectives of the organization, division of the work is given. As per the division of the work, authority and responsibility are given. Like everything is interrelated. Why it is interrelated? What we are doing it here just because to achieve the objectives of the organization. There's no question of skipping or there's no question of ignoring or overlapping the objective. This is very much possible in formal organization, obtaining the objectives. And last point is helpful in control. Entire organization is in your hands because you managed everything in a formal way, responsible way, and divided the work. Coordination is there, authority, responsibility is given, and everything is smoothly going on. And this is through the proper way, through a proper way, with documentation you have done it. So entire organization is under your control. There is no question of any confusion, isn't it? So that is why you can control the organization. This is going to be helpful. This is about the advantages of formal organization. Disadvantages also there. Where there is advantages, something somewhere you will find some problem. What are the disadvantages? Only three. First one is mechanical system. Formal organization, it is decided already. So things should go like this. He is responsible. He has to do. You are specialized. You have to do the work, and you will be responsible for that. And work is divided like this. Everything is already decided in a proper way through chart, right? So that will be like a mechanical work. I have to do the same work only. I cannot extend my work, or I cannot learn anything else. I cannot scope. I don't have any scope on any other areas. That will not be there. That's not cup of my tea. I have to do the same work. That is a boredom. It's a mechanical work that will kill the enthusiasm of the employees. This is the main drawback of formal organization. And also rigorous regulations. Rules and regulations are clearly mentioned that they have to follow. Rigorous, you have to follow. You have to follow. Sometimes they feel like some kind of changes are required. That is not possible because of rules and regulations, rigorous regulations, harmful sometimes. And also delay in work. In formal organization, the authority flows from top to down. Top to down it goes. In the same way, if any doubt comes to the downside employees, it has to go in down to top. Down to top to down. Where's the marker? The authority goes from top to down. Sometimes the CEO, he has to discuss few things, important things with these people, but in between two more departments are there. It has to go from here to here, then after that here. Delay is there, na? Any emergency, he can't deny it because formal organization, everything is going in a formal way. And in the same way, downside, these people are having some problem. The problem, they can't take it directly to the CEO. They can't, because middle management is there. They have to go through these people only. Through these people, delay will be there, na? Everyone will take some time, 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week altogether. There will be delay, and whatever we expect the result, the same result you can't get it. So this is also another disadvantage. Altogether, if you say advantages are more, but few disadvantages. Did you get formal organization? If yes, then we'll go for informal organization in the next class. Stay connected. Don't forget to share this video. Good luck. Take a screenshot.